Right, we've got this recording now, so we can get things started. I know I think there was about 13 or 14 people signed up to come onto it today, so there's only about 8 in the audience, so might as well get started. Like I said, I'm probably going to cough the whole way through this and keep sipping my water so I'm not doing too much coughing, but bear with me. I'm 90% out of the woods with this illness. Jesus, honestly, it was unbelievably tough these last few days. I was probably the illest I've ever been, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere now, coming out of the worst end of it, back to normal. First thing I'd like to do before anything is say thanks to everyone for sticking with it while I've been ill for these few days. I've had to cancel the art event, which was normally on Mondays, and I had to cancel last AMA because it would have just been pointless. I would have just been coughing and spluttering and not making much sense because I was completely out of it. But we're back now, and I want to say thanks to the whole team, the whole community for sticking with it, keeping Discord going, and obviously the team for keeping the business going. There's been some massive progress, some really good progress over the last few days, which I will go through in a second. First thing I'd like to go through is, especially because there's a recording going on as well, what I'd like to firstly go through is the actual program and what we're building here, and what we're building into the future, so everyone knows exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about this NFT program in general. So first of all, for those that don't know, I'm the owner of FORmE luxury streetwear brand, and the idea behind the brand is all about people wearing the clothes for them and having self-confidence, positive thinking and gratitude for what they've got. All the writing on the clothing is written backwards, so when you look in the mirror it says "for me," to remind you that you're wearing your clothes for you. I'm wearing my clothes for me, not for anybody else. So that was the beginning of the brand, and we also had 3 monster mascots that we designed: Chester, Louis and Hugo. Those 3 monsters were probably taking up the best part of the brand. The actual monster clothing sold the best, still sells the best, and people absolutely love the characters. And off the strength of that, I started to build out it wasn't an animation series at the beginning, it was a comic book series, a story based on the monsters. We have 10 episode comic book series written about the monsters. The first episode, or the first, I wouldn't even know what you'd call the first comic book, but the first one is out on Discord now for everyone to see. If you go to the left hand side and scroll down, and you'll see their monster comics, and number 1, what would it call? Not episode, is it? If you hear me talking to someone, I've got Luca here in the office with me. He's going to help me out with the AMA today. What would the first?
It's not a chapter, is it?
It's chapter 1 of the. I suppose it's chapter 1 of the story, and the first comic book, chapter 1. If you scroll down, you can see Monster Comics and the Unlikely Trio. That's the first story, and that's Chester's story, and it's basically how they all 3 stories, Chester's story, Louis' story and Hugo's story, will explain how all 3 of them ended up meeting each other, and then how they all escaped Monstopia. But the Unlikely Trio, the first comic book, is out now on Discord. So yeah, we built out the comics, the story, the comic series, and then when I found NFTs, I knew how perfect it would be for the monsters. It's absolutely made for this brand. So I started to build out the NFTs. I've started off with a Genesis series, just to kind of test NFTs to see if people was interested, and they've gone extremely well. The price has climbed each week. We've currently got 26 of the 40 Genesis finished and online. Each one sells out instantly. They started off at 0.08 ETH, and they're now selling each week for 0.2 ETH. Not one person that has bought one of these has sold one yet. Nobody's listed any of them. Basically all long-term investors. We've got 26 of them out there, 20 different owners, and a floor price of 5 ETH. even with only a volume traded of 3.1 ETH. And that basically means that everyone that bought one from me has not listed it for sale, and there's only one listed for sale, and it's listed for 5 ETH. It basically gives a statement of this is the minimum we'll take, and we've got to wait until this brand builds big enough, until it can bring a 5 ETH floor. So that's gone really well, the Genesis series. And then obviously we're going now into the 3,333 brutes, which are dropping on the 18th of May for whitelist and the 19th of May for public sale. I'll go through the dates. I've got the dates written down here. Everyone's going to need to write down later for all the things that are happening, because the dates have changed slightly over the last few weeks. As everybody knows, I'm sure that we're going through a really tough time for the NFT market. So we have, right from the beginning, I wanted to build an NFT project that has constant value before you even buy the NFT. You're buying straight into value. So the amount of work that we've done already on this NFT is already visible in the Discord and all over our socials and on our website and things. But the things that are going to be dropping over these next couple of weeks, wait till you see the first trailer of episode 1. It's amazing. Me and Luca was just watching it. I only received it this morning. It's still not fully finished yet. Some of the credits are wrong, and they've actually put the name of the first one wrong. But that's getting changed, and we'll be releasing that on Monday. So that's the brand itself, the NFTs. The NFTs are full of utility. The artwork is all done by me. I have a partner in who's been helping me with some of the art. I've got an actual artist doing the scenes. I've got an animation artist called James Petrie, who's an amazing individual. Independent animation artist, and he's working with me on this series. And honestly, he's blown my mind today with what he's done. It's really, really cool, and the soundtrack is really. It leaves you really wanting to see the full episode when you watch the teaser trailer, which is exactly what a teaser trailer should be. So when we drop that, that's going to be awesome for marketing. Like I said, it's going to be going out on Monday. And the episode itself should be done by the end of May, early June. The first episode of the Monsters series will be out. Now the NFTs will be the characters in the series. The first 10 that are already written, like I said, are based on the main characters, Chester, Hugo and Louis, and their escape from Monstopia. But there will be characters from the NFT series in these. There's a couple of specific leading roles that are in the NFTs. So I think there's 7 or maybe 8 different leading roles in the first 3,333 that we're going to drop. If you manage to mint a leading role, they'll be the most rare, and obviously they're probably the most valuable, because these are guaranteed parts in the first animation series. And some of the characters, you're going to absolutely love some of the characters, like specifically Midnight, who's the mob boss from Monstopia, is a really cool character. And the NFT, wait till you see the NFT of Midnight. I'm going to release a couple of these soon. I'm going to release the leading roles over the next couple of weeks as marketing push, and people are going to absolutely, when you wait till you see Midnight, and he's actually got, I don't know, I'll tell you a little bit about the story itself. So Midnight is the mob boss, and Chester's against the mob over in Monstopia. He lives out in the slums with the people that don't want to live with the AI control of the great city of Monstopia. So they live out in the slums, and the mob boss is basically in control of Chester's brother, and Chester has a massive fight. But basically the only way of making money for the brutes these days is entertainment, fighting, almost like gladiators. And Chester ends up fighting his brother, and ends up killing his brother in a big fight. And the mob boss, Midnight, is pissed off because Chester's brother is one of Midnight's staff, and Chester ends up leaving Monstopia, escaping with the other 2 monsters. It's all part of the story, is why they've been here for 40 years. But as he escapes quickly, he has to leave behind his dog, which is called Dragon, and Midnight has stolen Dragon, taken Dragon from Chester, and when you see the NFT, you're going to see Dragon chained to Midnight. It's awesome. The NFT is really cool. So anyone who mints that one is going to be super lucky. Also, there's many other different things in the NFTs that when you mint them, there'll be certain ones with cash skins, there'll be cash prizes when you mint them. There'll be ones if you actually mint the original Chester, so the original plain Chester with nothing on him is in there in the NFT series, and if you mint that one, we're guaranteed to buy that back from you for a 20x your mint price. So that's an instant win, because obviously us as a company really want to own Chester, but we're going to run it out there so someone gets the chance to win that, and someone gets a chance to get 20x the money on day one, which is pretty cool, right? I think that's pretty much it for me talking my way through the program. So I'll talk a little bit about plans and progress that we've been making during while I've been on my sick bed. We've had some really good growth on Twitter. We've really focused this last week on Twitter growth. We're up to about 6,000 or 7,000 now, I think it is, on Twitter. Let me check while I'm on the AMA just to make sure I'm not talking rubbish. Where are we? 6,646 now on Twitter, and we're around about the same on Discord. Discord growth, for those that don't understand the growth and the decline of a Discord group, basically let's say we attract 1,000 people in a month or in a week or whatever we attract them in. You can only retain a certain amount of them for a certain longer time. Not everyone can be in every Discord. So around about 20% retention rate in your Discord is very good, and we're way above that at the moment. If you notice, since we've climbed to around about 6,000, it's not really gone down. We've been doing obviously continuous marketing and getting new people in, because people do generally leave constantly, but the growth, the people coming in is faster than the people going out, and the people staying in is much stronger than the average Discord, and I think that's obviously because of what we're offering in our Discord. I'm going to go quickly through some dates for you to all take note of. This is what's really important now. We've got the 17th of May for the poker tournament. This is a big poker tournament where we're giving away 2 ETH in prizes. The winner of the poker tournament will get 1 ETH. I'll be totally honest with you. It's been a few days and an illness since I actually looked at it. But the prizes break down into 2 ETHs worth of prizes, and there's some really good prizes. Anybody that enters the poker tournament will get instant whitelist access, and that whitelist is filling up extremely fastly. So if you haven't already and you have a white belt 1 stripe on here, so basically if your name is in pink on Discord, on general chat, if your name is in pink, you'll get instant whitelist access. You need to go to whitelist wallet as soon as possible and leave your ETH address there in the whitelist wallet, because if you don't get it done soon, that will fill up over the next week or so, and you will not get a chance to mint at 0.08. You'll have to go for public sale, and public sale is always a scrap for a ticket. If you can luckily get one in public sale at 0.1, if you can't, then you'll have to end up going to secondary sale on OpenSea, and God knows what you'll be paying. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, if you have earned a whitelist spot, then you most certainly need to get over to whitelist wallet and leave your wallet in there. If you want to earn a whitelist spot, all you need to do is get active in the general chat, or play the games, or actually take part in some of the events. We're giving away free whitelist spots to quite a few of our events rather, to build it up. We have all sorts of events going on constantly on Discord. Every day there's at least something going on. One thing that's recently changed, we are sorry about that, I lasted quite long without coffee actually, didn't I? There was it's one of the events that's changed. We're not going to do movie nights anymore on Wednesday, so we're looking for suggestions for Wednesday nights, anything that people would like to do. Obviously we've got the quizzes that go on Friday night with Obasi. We've got the skateboard competitions, we've got the poker nights on Saturday, AMAs on Tuesday nights, we've got the art classes, what I do on Mondays. That's one thing that I'm going to change this week as well. I had to cancel this Monday's art class, unfortunately, because I was ill, and then this Monday coming I'm not going to be able to do it because it's my daughter's birthday, my daughter's 2nd birthday, and I'm going to try my best to take the full day off. So I'm not going to do an art class on my daughter's birthday, selfishly. So I'm going to try and spend the day with my daughter. So I'm going to try and do the art class. I might even do the art class on Tuesday and the AMA later on the Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll see. But I'll put the art class in somewhere else instead of doing it on Monday. I hope you don't mind, but like I said, it's my daughter's second birthday. I'm not going to miss that. What else have we got going on? So yeah, I said 17th is the poker, and then 18th of May, this is the important one. Write down this date. Do not miss this date. It's open for 24 hours. The whitelist will be open for the whitelist sale will be open for 24 hours. There's a link in go to official links at the top of Discord. Only use that official links. Don't follow any other links. Don't just head to try and find it yourself and type it in or anything, because there will be plenty of scams out there. There are already a few scams out there of the FORmE monsters because the seal's growing fast, so they're setting scams up already. You've got to make sure you only follow official links. We will not DM you at all. So if you're getting any DMs with links in that are taking you somewhere else to try and buy the FORmE monsters, completely ignore it and let us know that you are getting these DMs, so we're aware that obviously there's a couple of scammers out there. The whole place is full of scams. You've got to be super careful when you're buying NFTs. So head to the Discord, go to our official links and follow there. It says mint your brew. That will take you through to Dropspace, and Dropspace is our official partner for the mint. Like I said, they are experts. They've done hundreds of different projects in the past, plenty of big sellout and long-term projects. So we partnered with them because they know exactly what they're doing. Full trust in them. They've just finished the that was the last test of the art generation. That's gone. Honestly, I can't tell you how good the artwork is. I know I did it, but but when it's actually generated, yeah, obviously I've drawn all the traits and stuff, but when we put it through the generator and I've looked and seen how we've spread out the rarities of the traits and things like that, all the traits actually mean something as well. So you'll know they're all part of the story as well. You'll notice as you go through. When you actually eventually see the artwork, each of the traits means something, and it's going to be an amazing reveal day. So that's another day I need to tell you. On the 19th of May is going to be public sale. So if you miss out on whitelist, if you don't get the whitelist in quick enough, and you have to buy on public sale, that will be the 19th of May. And then obviously if you miss that, you'll go to OpenSea and try and buy in before it goes through the roof on OpenSea. And then on the 28th of May, this is not a set in stone, but the idea is on the 28th of May will be the reveal day. Now the reason behind a couple of weeks waiting for reveal day is obviously for marketing, for secondary sales, to keep pushing this. So once we've put this through the first mint and we raise the money from the first mint, we'll push that all back into straight marketing to keep pushing this brand bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll do that for 2 weeks until reveal. And then on reveal day, generally what will happen, if you notice, almost 99% of NFT projects after reveal day, the floor price will start to come back down, because people have just been trying to reveal to buy, obviously to try and win one of the leading roles, or to win one of the cash prizes or something. But because of the way we've built this program and what we've got to release after reveal, obviously the first episode of the animation series will be coming out around that time. Well, okay, that's our idea, to keep the floor price high after reveal day, is to release the animation series and let people know that we're serious about this. If you want to look at a project that basically that I've followed the path of since right from the beginning, I bought in right from the beginning. I actually did quite well. This was probably one of the only projects I actually did make quite a lot of money in my first ventures into NFTs, because I bought a lot of NFTs at the beginning, just testing everything. And I bought one called My Pet Hooligan. Now the way they did things, they had it all lined up, all the work done beforehand, before they've revealed, and then before they've minted rather, and then when they've actually minted, the way they've kept the floor price up is just keep drip feeding all the stuff that they'd already built, and which is exactly what we've done here as a brand at FORmE. We've put an extreme amount of work into this before we've even minted any of the NFTs, and once you buy into these NFTs, the value is already there. So the idea is that is what keep the floor price up. So the 28th of May will be for the reveal day. The idea was to have a reveal day in an art gallery in London that is a really cool art gallery, and it's got like a bar in there, and we're going to have a party in there. But that is still not completely 100% confirmed, so I can't talk too much about that. But the idea is to have a load of screens around this art gallery, and on reveal day, the art will start popping up around the screens on the certain time of reveal, and everyone will see what actual monsters they've got, and we'll have trading going on there on the floor and all sorts. But that's still in the air at the moment, and we're trying to confirm that. Hopefully that will happen, like I said, around about the end of May, 28th of May, which is a Saturday. That's it for dates. And then what else do I want to talk about? I've got a list here in front of me. I'll tell you what, my brain is still not fully functioning, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm still not completely switched back on yet. So marketing, somebody asked me before about the marketing. The marketing is going extremely well. We partnered with Kryptonite marketing firm. This space, this NFT space, with it being so brand new, it changes, rapid. Really, really fast. It's been really difficult to keep up with. So when it came to marketing, we was getting a little bit left in the wind. So we partnered with a firm that knows exactly what they're doing. They've marketed, I can't remember, 60 odd different NFT projects so far, and they've got some massive sellouts there. So we partnered with them. We give them our whole budget for marketing. And it's been going really well with the little extension that we've put on, and that we're now releasing on the 19th of May instead of what it was, the 7th of May, which was actually tomorrow. I'm glad that we actually put that back to the original date. The original date was always the 19th of May because that's my birthday. The story itself, the monsters have been here since 19th of May 1982, which was the day I was born, and that's the basis of the story. That's a whole part of the actual animation series, which is going to be pretty cool actually. My granddad's in there and everything. But we put it back to that day, and then literally we put it back to that day on, I think it was a Saturday, and then I got ill on the Sunday, and I'm so glad that we actually made the decision to push it back a little bit, because now I know for a fact it would have been a nightmare to try and mint tomorrow after this week that I've had. So we are more than ready now. More than ready. And obviously with this extra couple of weeks of marketing, it just benefits everybody involved in the program. So, God, completely lost where I was up to. Yeah, so we've got the Kryptonite marketers doing the thing, and they're doing really well. They've got so we've got quite a lot of YouTubers putting videos out now. If you go on YouTube and search the FORmE Monsters site, there'll be quite a lot of YouTube videos will pop up. We've got our own YouTube channel, which is where this AMA will be posted at the end of this AMA, and if you look on there, I've got quite a few different videos. In fact, there's a good vlog on there from when I first started the clothing website, the clothing brand itself. If you go on there on the YouTube and check out YouTube, you'll see my old vlog on there, which is actually pretty good. I used to really enjoy doing that vlog. Yeah, so YouTubers are doing really well. We've got TikTokers. I think we've had 4 or 5 different TikTokers do videos for us now. Massive TikTokers. They've brought in some investors. Twitter, we've been running quite a lot on Twitter. Like I said, we've grown massively over Twitter over the last couple of weeks. Over the last week or so, actually, Twitter started to really go through the roof, which is doing really well. And that's something that I'd really like to ask the community to try and get involved with as much as possible. Make sure you're heading over to our Twitter. We post 3 times a day in Twitter. So make sure you're heading over to Twitter and liking, retweeting, commenting. Let us know what you think about the brand. Let everyone else know what you think about the brand. And obviously, like I said, an AMA is a community-built project. That's the whole idea of an AMA. An NFT project is a community-led project. It's the whole point of it, that we all put in together and we build a brand together as a community, and everyone reaps the benefits. Those that own the NFTs reap the benefits. So make sure you head over to our Twitter and share the hell out of it, and like, retweet, comment, tag people, do what you can in there to help us build this brand as a team. Insta. We're doing pretty well on Insta. We've just started our marketing partners from the Web2 business, from the FORmE clothing site, which is called Nifty Communications. They've just taken over our Instagram, and they'll be posting on there now. So keep an eye on our Instagram as well. That'll be growing over the next couple of weeks. But on Instagram, we have partnered with a new marketing firm. Well, they're not a marketing firm. They're just an alpha group, a massive alpha group called No Brainer Wages. I think they're called No Brainer Wages. If you check out their Instagram, just type in Instagram No Brainer Wages. I think they've got 250,000 followers, but they have big alpha groups of about 3,000 or 4,000 people that people pay memberships to be in there to see new projects coming out, and they've just posted our project into theirs because they massively believe in what we're doing as well. I've sent them some sneak peeks of what we've built for the future of this project, so they know exactly what we're building and they've got behind it, and they're bringing in, I think they've just sent us 120 different wallet addresses for our I think that was this morning. I bet there's even more there now actually, but they're filling up our whitelist spots fast. So I really want the people on Discord that have supported us since the beginning to get them whitelist spots. So do not miss out on these whitelist spots. Head over there now and start filling them out, because No Brainer Wages, their alpha group, is taking up a lot of this whitelist spots, and they're the type of people that we're minting as maximum. So if I do 3 to 5 mints each on this whitelist spot, that could be sold out pretty quick with this No Brainer Wages. So get your whitelist spots filled in as quickly as possible. Head over to whitelist wallet on the left. If your name is in pink, you've already got access. If you haven't got access and your name isn't in pink, then hit me up with a message. I'll see what I can do, but maybe the easiest way to get a whitelist spot is to start taking part in the events that we run every day on anybody that's on this AMA now. Actually, anyone that's on this AMA now, you can have a whitelist spot. There's only 25 people on here, and I know probably at least 20 of you already have the whitelist spot. So anyone that's listening, just send me a message. If you want a whitelist spot, you can take one. I'm going to fill that up as fastly as possible. I'm only going to take probably a maximum of maybe 600, I think I'll do in the whitelist. I'm not really too fussed about selling the whole project out in whitelist. It'll be less money for us, but it means that people that have supported us in the Discord and things get access to the whitelist spot, which is what's really important to me. So hit me up if you want the whitelist spot. You can take one. What else do I need to talk about? I've talked about the Discord schedule. The Discord schedule is somewhere on here. It's getting bigger and bigger, this Discord, so I'm getting lost a little bit on it myself, to be totally honest with you, especially after having a good few days off it with the illness. I think there is somewhere. Anyway, have a look on the left hand side. Our schedule is in there, but Mondays is art class, Tuesdays is AMAs at night, Wednesdays was movie nights. That's going to change for something else now. Let's think of another thing to do on Wednesday nights. On Thursday nights we have the skate comps. The skate comps are always awesome. People love playing in the skate comps. It's just a game of luck. It's dead simple. You need to head to hashtag rolls. On the left hand side you'll see hashtag rolls. It has a blue circle. Head to that, hit all the emojis. You'll get access to all the games and the skate parks, and you'll be able to take part in the skate competitions. People that take part in the skate competitions also get whitelist spots, and there's in there, which is still in there, which is not going to be in there for much longer, thinking about it. There is the access to the smiley coin. You can press work every day. Well, I think it's every couple of hours. You can press work and you can earn smiley coins, and those smiley coins are our internal currency, which we're going to be using in the MVV, which is something I'll talk about a little bit later on, which is the main Web3 future of this project, to be able to use smiley coins to edit your NFTs and to increase the value of your NFT. There'll be all sorts of poker games and tattoo studios and trade markets, all sorts of things going on in there. Initially it'll be on a completely like a game on a website. Eventually the idea is for it to be on land, on the metaverse, and you'll be walking around as one of the monsters. That's the long-term future of this project. What else do I want to talk about? Big Nasty. So Big Nasty is still in progress. Very, very slow, frustrating progress with his team. I think they're a group of stoners, so they're super slow. But if we can get Big Nasty on board, it's just going to be a massive bonus for marketing and it is something that's getting moving forward. I'm speaking now with the person that runs his diary. I've got a call booked, I think it's Monday, with her. I think she's called Charisse. I've got to speak to her about exactly what I want to talk about on his live, and then I'll be on his live on his Instagram. I think he's got nearly 500,000 followers or something on Instagram. I'm sure he has. So if we can get in that, it'll be massive for marketing. That's going to hopefully happen just before mint. Ideally, it doesn't really matter if it's after mint because it'll be great for boosting the floor price. But that is going to happen soon, which is great for the clothing brand itself, and it'll be great for the NFT brand. I've already said that. Whitelist is filling up fast. Brute Art Generation, yes. So, I've spoken about that. I've got way ahead of myself on my list here. Utility I've spoken about with the NFTs. The comic book is already on Discord, and the animation trailer. I'm going to release the animation trailer. You are going to be super excited when you see this animation trailer. It's awesome. I sneak peeked a tiny little clip of it into the general this morning when I got it because I was too excited. I couldn't hold back, so I had to post a little bit of it. You might have seen a tiny little bit. That room that you see there with the computer screens and everything moving, and that's actually Louis' bedroom in the Monstopian slums. He's one of the only creators. So Louis is one of the monsters. If you don't know, Louis, the guy with 6 eyes, the big tall yellow guy, the super confident guy that's all about self-confidence. He lives in the slums with the rest of the monsters. Most of the creators, which are his tribe, live in the city with the AI, but Louis doesn't agree with what they do, and he goes and lives in the slums with the rest of the monsters. He's one of the only creators in there, but he loves tech, and he's got his full tech room. If you've not seen it, maybe you can feed your way back through the general, and you might be able to see a sneak peek of the trailer. But I'm thinking the full trailer will be put on Discord, hopefully by Monday, as long as we can get this the name changed on the animation. It was the old name that we had for the first story. They accidentally put that on there, and they got the credits wrong as well. So they edit in the credits and they edit in the name of the chapter 1. And once that's done, I'll be able to release this and start running it as an advert on Facebook and on Instagram and all over the shop. That's pretty much it. Now, Luca is here with me, and rather than actually bring people on stage and ask questions, what I'd like Luca to do is just head over to General on his phone, and if anyone's got any questions, because I do ramble on a little bit, I know I do, and I get lost loads of times when I'm talking. So if there's anyone got any questions about the program, just ask 1 or 2 questions now in General, and Luca will be in General, and he'll relate the questions to me. Because sometimes I'm bringing people on stage, I can either, because it's all over the world here, remember guys, so I can't understand what some people are saying, or I can't hear what some people are saying, or signal's bad. So it's better if you type it into General, the questions, and then Luca will relay the questions to me, and I'll be able to answer them on here. The more I'm talking, I'm doing, the more my throat is going on fire. I'm still not over this illness yet. It won't be long. If there's no questions coming in the next few minutes, I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, my throat is... Let me just plug this laptop in. My throat is on fire at the moment. I'll say, if anyone's got a 2-year-old, Jesus, me, Christina, my fiance, and our 2-year-old daughter, all completely ill on the day, and you'll know that, honestly, probably the biggest challenge I've ever had in my life, trying to get out of bed and trying to look after Havana while she was ill, and Christina was ill as well. It was absolute madness over the last few days, so that's obviously why I've not been on Discord as much. They dropped me a DM. I dropped Dan a DM. What, with a question? Stick it on the General, mate. I won't be able to go to my DMs while I'm on here, pal. Who's put that? Oh, Wolf. Yeah. Sam, just ask the question on the General, pal. If you want it speaking about. In general, will be cool. Any questions? Right. You're all too slow. I'm going to go soon if there's no questions, because I cannot wait to go and have a drink of tea, because my throat is killing.
Alright guys, if you can hear me, Am I being heard?
Casey, yeah, we can hear you, pal. How are you doing?
Good, I'm doing well. So, guys, if you have any question, let's not keep Dan waiting because he's not really feeling good. So you can just drop it in the general chat right now, and we will respond to it. And if after the AMA session, maybe you come up with your question, we would respond to you in text format. So just maybe you don't know what to ask right now, maybe later on you can get a question and just drop it in the general chat, and we'll reply to you definitely. You tag an admin and we'll reply to you. Okay. So yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I think Dan has said
we've got
everything.
a
Or he
question
said
here
everything.
from Sam Casey, Wolf of York Street. Okay, is there still a four-wheeled price? No, so I mean the idea of so what Sam's talking about, the idea is to get a big vehicle. Ideally, what I'd really love to do, because it's my dream car, is to get an AMG Mercedes G-Wagon and fully wrap it with the Monsters design and give that away as a prize in the NFTs. Obviously, that was when it was going to be one big 10,000 drop, because the kind of money to do that is, a couple of £100,000. I would still absolutely love to do that, but it will more likely be on the last drop to make sure we do have the money, because this is your business, this is our business, this is our business as a community. So to give that prize away right now would be irresponsible for the business, because the money needs to be spent on marketing to build your NFTs up. So if that is going to happen still, that will be happening on the last drop, which will be the creators. But yeah, it's still part of the plan. I'd love to fully wrap a G-Wagon and give it away as a prize of one of the NFTs. But yeah, it's probably gonna be on the last drop, that one. Oh, wow, my throat is on fire. It doesn't look like we're getting many more questions in. Hopefully, because I did such a good job of doing the AMA before anyone asked any questions. Maybe I answered all your questions before. I just want to say it again. I want to say massive thank you to the community for sticking with me over these last few days. I know I've cancelled an event or two because I've been ill, but I want to say a massive thank you to the community and to the team for sticking with me while I've been ill. It's been awesome to see everyone working together and keeping this Discord going. I never for 1 minute realised how important a Discord would be when I was originally building out the NFT. Well, I suppose when I first started building this, actually, it probably wasn't as important. It's just the way the market has gone. You've got to build that big, strong community on Discord, and which is exactly what we've done. We've done an amazing job of building a really strong, solid floor of this community, and now we've started to grow, like I said, 6,000-7,000 on Discord. We've got a real strong community of people who know exactly what they're talking about. So when people do come on, they get the answers. The questions answered pretty much straight away, which is pretty cool. It doesn't seem like any more questions are coming through, so I'm probably going to call it a day. Norbert, has you got anything that you want to say, obviously with your Twitter posts coming and stuff like that? Is there anything that you want to mention before we call it a day?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, Bassett, you on? Go on, pal.
Yeah, I'm good.
You okay?
There's one more question from Sam.
Oh, go on. What's Sam saying?
All right, he said, when are you thinking of getting the Bruce show on Netflix?
Well, so obviously the animation series. I mean, don't get me wrong. If Netflix wanted it, they could take it right now, so tomorrow. But no, if we've just got to build it as a community. We've got to build the awareness about this story. I mean, I've got to get these 10 comic book series completely finished off and released and get this story out there. And that is only the very beginning of this whole story. I'd love to actually probably do a full AMA and probably talk as much as I can all the way through the story of exactly. Sometimes I feel like I'm going a little bit insane when I talk about this story because it's so out there. It's a sci-fi story. So it's really out there. Imagine when... I don't know, who can I use as a reference? Whoever came up with Star Wars or anything, first came up with the idea for Star Wars and started telling the friends about the story. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? But that became Star Wars, and obviously Marvel Universe became Marvel Universe because some crazy guy came up with all the ideas and the stories, and that's where we're at, you know what I mean? And we've got a really good writer in Christian Collison, who's been writing the my insane ideas out into actual words that are turned into some really good stories. You can see that on the first comic book, which, like I said, is on comic books down on the left there. If you go and read that first one, it was written by Christian Collison. In fact, oh God, I can't believe it. Christian is actually listening, and I've just given him props. I would have never done that if I knew he was listening. Christian, I didn't even know you was on. I would have never said anything nice about you if I knew you was on. But anyway, Christian runs the marketing firm that we use for the clothing site, which is Nifty Comms in Worcester. And they've actually started to really do some really good work with NFT projects recently. And Christian is doing the writing for me. For the actual story, because I've come up with the ideas and the story, but I'm not good at actually writing it and making it make sense to the public, and that's what me and Christian have done. We've gone and locked ourselves away in a hotel room a few nights over the last couple of months. We've done it 3 or 4 times now. We've gone and sat down and just spent God knows how many hours writing this story down, getting it out of my head onto paper, and obviously Christian coming up with awesome ideas as well to make the story sound better. And that's now written, and it's really, really awesome. And like I said, it's going to be really cool to actually try and get it onto somewhere like Netflix. It'll obviously start out on YouTube or whatever, but the idea is to get it eventually somewhere like Netflix, or maybe Disney comes in and wants to take it on. What else? What was I've lost myself on what the actual question was, to be totally honest with you. Oh, it was about getting on Netflix, wasn't it? Yeah, I've answered that question. Right, my throat is my throat is getting slightly worse. So, any more questions? Luca, how did you miss that question? You're fired. Useless. Oh, that's it. Honestly,
there is no more.
Luca will do anything to skive off work early. Skipping questions just to skive off work. Right, I think that's it, guys. I think we're done for the day. It was just a random. I jumped on for an AMA through the day because I thought I missed the one the other day. I missed the art class, so I have to make up for it somehow to the community. I thought I'd stick an extra AMA on, and it's actually turned out pretty well. We've had around about 25 people on here all the way through. I appreciate you all listening. I'm excited that you're all interested in the programme. I'm excited that there's so many people already signed up for the whitelist, and I'm really anxious that people are going to start missing out on this whitelist. So please, if you have been on the Discord and you have been active and you have earned that spot, make sure you claim that spot. And if you've been listening to this AMA and you haven't earned a spot yet, just send me a message or stick it in general, and I'll make sure you can get yourself a quick spot on the whitelist. I think I'm done. Nobody's nipping on, nobody's asking questions, no hands up, and I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all shortly.